Welcome back. Jamsquad Cycling is a local nonprofit group and also cycling team that collects old unwanted bicycles, restores them, and then delivers them to children without the means to buy one. And in just a short 3 years, they have restored and donated over 425 bikes. Amazing. Today from Jamsquad Cycling, joining us is Stephanie Plitt. You're the executive director, and Matthew Buckelman. You're the co-founder of Jamsquad. Welcome aboard.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to have you. I had no idea about this. And look, we know there's a lot of kids in need in the Baltimore area. We know biking is a great sport, a great activity. And you found a way to help these kids get a hold of bikes and through like a recycling and restoring process. It's amazing. Right. Tell us a little bit about this.
So Jamsquad is part cycling team and part nonprofit, and our main mission is to get kids on bikes. So we do that by collecting bikes that possibly children have outgrown or just collecting rust somewhere in a garage. Then at our workshop days, we restore and we refurbish them. And then once they meet our safety requirements, we donate them back out to the community to children who would otherwise not have the financial means to buy a bike.
You're a co-founder, Matthew. I mean, how did this idea of restoring bikes and getting them to kids in need, how did that, like, what was the genesis for that?
Well, the other co-founders and I, who are Jay and Augie, that's where the jam came from, Jay, Augie, and Matt.
Okay, all right.
You know, we were all active cyclists and members of another team called Adventures for the Cure, and they had a charitable mission behind their team, which we thought was really great. And their team was based in Howard County, and we had long wanted to do something up in our area. So I was actually at the landfill one day getting rid of some old stuff, and I saw somebody getting rid of some old bikes. And the whole drive home, I kept thinking to myself, there's got to be a kid out there that could use these.
Yeah.
Later that day, the three of us were out for a ride, and Jay and Augie had actually had some similar thoughts about how could we get, you know, kids who normally couldn't have a bike, how could we get bikes into their hands? Should we, you know, collect money to try to purchase new bikes? And we kept coming back to this idea that there's used bikes everywhere that people are getting rid of. Their kids outgrow bikes so quickly when they're young. You know, you buy a bike the next summer,
sure,
your kid's outgrown it. So that was a ride on one fall day in like late October of 2014. And over the next few months, we got incorporated, became a 501c3. And
now hundreds of bikes later, right?
Yes, it's been an amazing ride.
Talk about when these youngsters that need a bike and don't have one, when they get delivered this bike, any thought?
It's been I think that's the most rewarding part, is seeing the kids' faces light up and just excitement to have that freedom of having a bicycle. And then, you know, even more than that, it's kind of bringing families together with riding and just supporting a healthier lifestyle overall.
I just remember as a young boy, I mean, that bike, I went everywhere on that thing.
Yeah.
You know? Going forward, I mean, do you have goals? Do you need some help? You want those additional bikes donated? Talk about how people can get into this.
There's lots of ways that people can help us out and get involved. They can do all of these things through our website, which is jamsquadcycling.org. We're looking for many different things. One is financial donations help us procure the parts and the supplies that we need to make these bikes safe and as close to new as we possibly can make them. There's also opportunities to join our mailing list and participate in some of our workshops. You know, the more hands we have at these workshops, the more bikes we can get out the door, out to kids that are in need. One of the biggest struggles that we're having now is actually that we've grown a lot quicker than we ever thought we would, which has been a fantastic thing.
Good problem.
Good problem to have.
Very great problem to have, and we've been very lucky. One of our board members has a garage that he's donated to us to use, and that's served our needs very, very well. But what's kind of preventing us from taking the next big step is kind of gaining some permanent space of our own.
Okay.
So over the coming years, we're going to be looking to try to, you know, raise some donation funds to procure
rent a space.
Someone
can donate a space.
There's garages out there that are unused, commercial workshop type places. You know, we don't need anything fancy other than 4 walls and some lights, really.
Well, you've done amazing work so far. We know you're going to continue. The website real quick.
Jamsquadcycling.org.
Jamsquadcycling.org. Thank you so much for what you're doing for kids around Baltimore that need that bike. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Reach out and donate to these guys. They're doing great work. When we come back, stay tuned. Are you ready for a red hot workout? Because Orange Theory Fitness is here. Stay tuned.